Welcome. Yeah. Welcome. I'm Michael Banks, right here. Today we're talking about the Risa of the Summer 2024 event ship, and we'll talk about the Vovin Obelisk carrier, and this is more of a preview. And the first question I have for myself is, have we flown this ship before? And I'll go on reason why in a second. The Vovin Obelisk carrier is the Summer of the Rise's 2024 event ship, and it's been announced. Well, announced last week actually. The Vovin Obelisk carrier is a T6 remaster of an old Tier 5 event and lobby ship. That event ship is in the fleet store, so you can fly it if you really want to, but there's reasons why you shouldn't. The T5 lobby ship is playable within the mission Sphere of Influence, and you can pick it, and I would necessarily use that as a point of comparison. But the Vovin Obelisk carrier comes with new console that was a terminal in that above episode. Now I like to, because this is technically, I usually do this without building a budget build, and this is more a preview, but I really need to cover what I'm thinking about stuff. So basically, these budget builds I basically don't buy anything that's not. I don't buy anything that's in the C store unless with the ship itself. In this few cases where I do a C store build, C store ship build, but this, and I don't include lockbox or lobby items because both of them require a C store purchase for the lockbox keys, and I'm not counting the lobby price from the year-long event campaign as free. The day X build, which is currently is approximate age of an active player with level 65 character. Common drops that can be crafted by any player can be actually crafted by any players, and also have can also have a chance to drop in any content. So I use them a lot. Multiple day X builds are actually often put in one video as a line of progression of what you should do, what you should get for when, or what you might want to consider doing, and what you should consider getting to if you can get it or afford it. And most builds can actually allow you to drop I deliberately try and make it so you can, if you've got a day 90 part, you can drop it onto a day 1 build if it's available. Items that are not common drops or repeatable mission rewards are considered quite expensive, and these should not be replaced in later day builds. And of course, item rank moderated does not need to match what I've shown unless I've explicitly stated it. But this is a guide for new players, not the ideal means to get damage and tanking. I've also got to mention that if I'm going to include where I don't include in limited time event items to be counted to be used, I only use them if I only use limited time event items if I can obtain it during the same event that the ship can be obtained. I also for some builds which we don't really apply for this one, I can use any time I use it. If there's additional equipment slot that will be noted and an item will be shown in its option in its place. However, any consoles I have a tier, consoles that may be recommended for use in the universal slots, such as in the tier 5X, tier 6X, or the tier 6X2 builds will be counted for. I will occasionally bend a break rule on day X limits, but with all good reasons, or they actually fit due to another rule. Day 1 builds I'm not matter too much, but basically pretty much day one builds are built more about people who just hit level 65 and want to fly the ship now, and I consider it's only a handful of story missions, basically up to Dash and Sphere as a cut-off point, and I usually limit the stuff to limit some other stuff such as the rank 1 to bridge officer powers, and I've deliberately marked out some stuff which won't be applied to this moment. But this is where we're coming into. It's day 20 build for this case. We're up for the event ships, but with allowance to tame the ships with that ship as free. This is going to be effectively the same as the day one build, but with a few things. All the mission rewards can be considered as well. You as a player should be able to progress through the story to do the event, so it'll be pretty easy to. Certain event items may be considered if an event is active. Day 30 pretty much falls on the previous one, and basically I decided to is when I start including reputation gear by skip out competitive purely because of its how hard it is to get to it for when you don't have a good ship beneath you, and any mission reward that is also available. As I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but anything from the repeat day 60 again. Anything from previous builds will be used, and I can now use any tier 6 reputation gear if I wanted. Is that for competitive? It's tier 5. I've also decided because you will bit of cash, you can now rank 3 bridge officers and one specialization bridge officer out of mission rewards. Yeah, I've typoed there, so I had to retype this all down. Any equipment I get, for the previous days, it can be used. Any reputation gear can be used. Fleet gear can be used, and advanced gear such as the mags and rank 15 AMD gear such as the 360 beam ray can be used. And there's no limited on specialization bridge officers other than having ones that are actually available. And if any ship that's got second specialization bridge officer, I can use that second specialization bridge officer. Right, page considerations are going to be more of a additional notes towards the end, and I'm basically items I'm picked from the C store. Some previous event rewards are going to get looked in for gear. The previous event is we usually pop up in the Mudge market in the very near future. I will often these items will consider be very useful for a build, and I won't be integrating them to a build, but usually the items I pick will be picked for the increased effectiveness of some of the core ideas around the builder, because I just want to play and boost certain things around the ship. These items would use if I was to fly the ship. Was done that built on a very regular basis. Right, so ship comparison and initial thoughts. So here's the table. Now we've got the free tier 6 for the incoming Vovin Obelisk with a pound stats, all lifts from the blog. We've got the advanced Obelisk, which is again lives from that blog, with the tier 5 Obelisk. Now I will point out that the tier 5 Obelisk has got something which isn't mentioned on here, and that is basically the inability to be leveled up. At level 65, it will always have 43,000 hull, no matter what level you are. that minus whatever consoles you put on it, but that is a semi-set thing when you go 15 levels above what it was originally designed for. So, and I actually have Type of the Year, so don't worry about that too much. But anyway, the Vovin's actually got a problem on the biggest holes in the game. I mean, I can't. There's only a few other ships that have got more hull than this in the game, but it's reasonably decently turning rate and a bit heavier than some, because it's turn rate that the bigger the number, the quicker it turns. So it's still not a fast turner, but it still turns reasonably decently, and it's all equal, got the similar speeds, but I think the Vovin will actually slide a bit more. But it's and they'll have semi-similar builds of them. Other than they've got not identical builds, and that's what really big up to seating. So it's basically both of them got Lieutenant Tactical and Command Engineering, and the Vovin gets, because it's a tier 6, it also gets a Command Engineering, and that is actually one something pretty nice for Albert recovering, which I really do like to use. And it also gets a Lieutenant Commander Engineering with Miracle Worker, so you pay, so it's not, so you're instead of having a big pile of engineering with not much to do with it, you're going to get a good chunk of stuff back with it. And I got to say, and then the problem is that you got Ensign Science, so you're guaranteed, and a Lieutenant Commander Universal, which means that you do have some issues here. All 3 ships get 3 forward and 3 aft, and basically the Obelisk and the Vovin and the Advanced get 5 engineering consoles and 3 science. I think that's right. However, the Advanced Obelisk only gets 2 tactical. But the Obelisk, the Vovin gets 3 tactical. The Advanced Obelisk will get 2 tactical when you get it out of the box, but when you upgrade it to tier 5U, you'll get a 3rd tactical slot. However, the Obelisk basically doesn't upgrade; it doesn't get a 3rd tactical slot, and loses out on an engineering seat. And all 3 gets device slots, and I don't think the Obelisk, the Advanced and the Standard Obelisk has dual counters, but I was in a bit of a rush to get this done. But anyway, as I said, as a tier 6 ship, it gets the subspace fracture tunneling field. The Advanced Obelisk gets the reactive anti-proton cascade, and the Standard Obelisk gets nothing. yeah. Starship traits are unique to most tier 6 ships, so it's pretty much you get a recursive conversion wave for the Obelisk, but since the Advanced Obelisk and the Standard tier 5 Obelisk don't get Starship traits, so you don't have them at all. You don't have them at all, so let me cover some initial thoughts. Well, my initial thoughts were basically, it was going to be a clone of the T5 variant. But even just looking at these stats, I think the Vovin actually looks close to the Resolute, aka the T6 Endeavour, than its own T5 variant. So, well, like the Tier 5 variant, the ship's tires deal a lot of anti-proton damage. Unlike last year's Hyperion battlecruiser, Synergy isn't super clear what to make everything work like a well-oiled machine. I mean, made this Experian last year a very decent recommendation for new players, because it would have given you it did give you a good boost up for if you were willing to go for disruptors. Well, at least this at least the Vovin's sets gear works well with other parts of these sets and the traits. There's a console comes with it, and you get one piece with this ship. The other two, there's two parts which are free, and the last is let's actually just cover the ancient Obelisk technology set. Have I just turned this into a set video? Yes, I have. Okay, let's go for it. The Obelisk space warp car it's basically all about giving you auxiliary power, so you get boosted auxiliary power and and as a bit of auxiliary. It adds also about 7% auxiliary power to shields as a bonus power, and it does have a bit of damage. I mean, this is really old build, and I'm only really old warp car. This is one of the two warp cars I would actually do pick up for a new player, only because you have to play through this mission. One of the few missions, and the next item are the only two items you get to choose from this mission. So you have to pick one or the other, and it's just mean that you do end up have to pick if you want to have the 4-piece set. You play them through the mission twice. So the next up is the ancient omnidirectional anti-proton beam ray. This is a 360 anti-proton beam ray, and it's not really a particularly excessive ship. Anti-proton beam ray. It doesn't really do much special other than it has a bit more critical severity when it's compared to some other 360 beam rays, but it's just standard anti-proton beam 360 beam ray, other than it's a bit weaker than some of the others. But the big thing here is this is the Lobby Starship console, the anti-proton cascade emitter, and this is a clicky only. So basically, this means that it sits wherever it's sitting in your build. It's been empty. It does nothing until you hit the button. It turns the target and up to 4 other targets within 5 kilometers, and forces these targets to hit your ship for about 20 seconds. It's nice if you want to do some tanking, because you now suddenly are the target. However, if I know some tanks, you will as soon as the 20 seconds disappears, the actual tank will grab them back pretty quickly. Now you get some damage resistance rating and some other stuff, and you actually get you get some basically a feedback pulse effect happening to you. This ends up being a bit of a mess. Gets a bit more bad, considering that anything feedback pulse related has been nerfed into the ground a couple of years ago. So this console's not particularly brilliantly one. So let's cover the ship bonuses now. If you manage to pick up two parts of the 2 parts of the set, you can get 10% bonus anti-proton damage, which is pretty okay, but you are paying for it because not because it's the go-up cost particularly bad, because you are paying for the opportunity cost, so that's the reason why it's not the best in slot and but if you were to pick, if you and the free party is basically about the, and this was when it was ideal for when you had to have on this particular ship the advanced obelisk anyway, so you had that advanced carrier synergy where you can where you have carrier hanger pets, and so basically every time you activate an emergency power ability, because you hanger pets to activate the same ability, but the Mark 1 version, the rank 1 version, for about 10 seconds. So that basically means if you put emergency power to weapons 3, they get an emergency power to weapons 1. And if you just did emergency power to shields 2, they also get emergency power to shields 1 for themselves. It's okay, but it does mean that your pets can survive or do more damage, but it's not particularly. But the new item, we actually don't have much stuff. We've basically, based on the entire 2 paragraphs, we've managed. This is what we've actually built up. We think there's going to be a whole regeneration passive. We don't know how much it does, and we believe that and it talks about a lot about the unactivatable power that turns the player to another location, usually close to another player. As I said, no stats, not even really a proper name for it. And we've also got, when we have all 4 items present, it creates a passive where it creates an Obelisk one, which is the pets for the Vovin and the Obelisks, all 3 Obelisks, which creates one for every update. We've updated the flight at the same time. I don't know if that counts as your. We don't know how much that counts and where. And well, as I said, the 3rd piece has issues. Well, the reactive anti-proton cascade emitter is tied to the ship. Unlike the previous set videos cover, this is a lobby store exclusive ship at 800 lobby. Well, if you're wondering, the other set video, most of the other set ships are mostly tied to a sea store ship of some sort, or now a sea store ship, or sometimes a Phoenix box fit ship. And usually the 4 piece is not the best, and it's usually a 4-piece. So at 200 lobby each for 600 lobby, there's actually another 3-piece lobby set, which is actually considered slightly better at anti-proton than the ancient Obelisk technology set, more recently, and it's that's why we have a lot of issues with. I have a big issue with this particular this particular build with the ship build. Build thoughts. Now this is we're now 20 minutes into this video, and I'm now thinking about what I'm going to put on this ship. It says we're most of the way through it as well, so sorry. So my build thoughts. Given the anti-proton is going to be the big focus of the trait in the set, it's pretty much worth focusing on this downtime, because because we're not going to be able to consider all 4 pieces. Both the ancient 360 Omnibeam and the Warp Core is, in my opinion, still the best budget option for Anti-Pro 10. The Lost Cabali in the Dust to Dust is pretty much my ideal option for the Commander Engineering command seat, given that she has her command specialization unlocked. Yeah. While Duke hands are supported by the ship, I personally think the beams are a better option. While I could have, I'm currently when looking about this, I think whilst ISO mags have actually come down in price and the ship can run them reasonably well. There's another ship I can even consider. And this will go in place, replacing the ISO mags, so you can't run these and the ISO mags. So it's the Advanced Engineering Handcraft Power Transmission. However, given these are day 90 items, I'm going to have to do a good think about. I'm going to work without them for most of the build anyway. The Iconian reputation is also a nice source of cheap anti-proton weapons, but yeah, I haven't got really much for a proper build of them. You might want to consider running yourself up to dust at least, and running some other stuff as well. Well, now, is it worth doing the event? Yeah, I am skipping the build because there's too many questions and I can't really answer it. So, is it really worth doing the event? Yes. Considering this video is going live before the event starts, I haven't even got a chance to fly it. Should have time to get the ship. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Mainly shipbuilders and DPS and shipbuilder players have questions, as we are working from basically the same set of blogs and photos. We don't know these answers until they're in the game later on today. Given that we have no idea of how much healing or damage the trait does, or how much we can trigger the trait, because we assumed last time the Hyperion, and it was pretty decent. If we had to just trigger every 15 seconds on the dot, we would have been pretty decent for that. My personal is, if we can get personally with any ship I can get for free, we get a ship for free, then work out if it's actually worth flying. I've got a number of characters, and working out if I should fly them later is actually better than spending Phoenix tokens on our Palazen to get to buy it out later is always well worth it. But anyway, this has been Mike Sharpwriter. See you guys next time.